He was their favorite until he saw the truth. I used to think I was broken, that something in me was just defective. I tried everything to win my parents' love, cleaned the entire house before they got home, organized my mom's filing cabinet, even memorized her grocery lists so I could help without asking. But every single time they looked straight past me and handed the praise to my twin brother, Lucas. "Lucas, you're such a good influence on Aaron," they'd say while handing him gifts or cash. Once he got a new phone because I organized the pantry. I didn't understand it. I thought maybe if I just worked harder, they'd finally see me. But the harder I tried, the more invisible I became. By the time we hit high school, I'd stopped trying. I still kept up my grades in secret, spending nights in the library or typing up essays in the dark. I didn't dare talk about my ambitions at home. So when I got accepted to Whitebridge University with a full scholarship, I didn't even tell them right away. I just waited until I had the letter in my hand. Big mistake. As soon as I told them, the atmosphere changed. "How could you do this to us?" my dad snapped. "You know Lucas wanted that scholarship." Lucas had applied too, but he didn't get it. And now, suddenly, my achievement was a betrayal. My mom even cried. "Did you cheat?" she asked, like it was the most reasonable assumption. I felt something in me shatter. I didn't argue. I couldn't. A few days later, my school called me in. My guidance counselor didn't even look me in the eye. "We received a plagiarism report," she said, with screenshots. The work they showed me looked like mine, but the dates were off, and the formatting wasn't mine. Still, they had just enough to suspend the scholarship offer pending investigation. Then I got the text from my dad, "Don't come home." So I didn't. I walked 6 miles to my godfather Vince's house with nothing but a backpack and a sick feeling in my gut. When he opened the door and pulled me into a hug, I cried harder than I had in years. The next morning, over pancakes, he said, "Aaron, I think your parents set you up, and I'm going to help you prove it." That same afternoon, Lucas texted Vince. He wanted to meet. We set it up in a coffee shop downtown. I watched from a corner as Vince talked to him, but when it got tense, I came out from hiding. "Why are you doing this?" I asked. Lucas looked like he hadn't slept in days. "You need to drop this," he said. "Just admit you cheated." I asked him to tell the truth. After a long silence, he broke. "It wasn't me," he said. "It was Dad." My own father had dug through my essays on our shared desktop, found similar pieces online, and doctored the metadata to make it look like I copied them. Then they filed the complaint with the school anonymously. Lucas had gone along with it. "I always go along with it," he said, ashamed. "It's easier." But kicking me out had been too much, even for him. He said our parents were meeting with a lawyer the next day to remove me from their will and declare me mentally unfit. My mom was even talking about changing Lucas's last name so he wouldn't be tainted by me. That night, Vince and I started collecting evidence. Lucas gave us everything. Texts from my parents discussing how to sabotage me, photos of my awards being tossed into trash bags, copies of emails where they submitted a second, weaker version of my application to Whitebridge. Vince got his lawyer involved. Then, Lucas disappeared. When we went to check on him, there was a moving truck outside our house. My parents were moving, without saying a word to me. They claimed they'd found drugs in my room and were trying to protect the family. Lucas had been shipped off to a private academy in Michigan, a full boarding program, 3 states away. They said he'd needed distance, but Lucas wasn't done. A week later, I got a manila envelope. No return address, just a typed label. "Read everything. Use it well." Inside were pages of journal entries. Lucas had documented everything since we were 13. The favoritism, the manipulation, even quotes. One from our dad made me physically ill. "Aaron needs to know his place. Families don't work when everyone thinks they're equal." Along with the journals were USB drives, dozens of recordings. Our parents planning to intercept my college mail, discussing how to make Lucas look better by making me fail strategically, even suggesting sabotaging my social life. When the restraining order hearing came, they were calm, confident. They had no idea we had flipped the entire script. Our lawyer calmly dismantled their story with documents. When the judge asked if there were any recordings, we played one where my parents talked about getting Lucas to press submit before Aaron's essays in, just in case we need a head start. Their faces turned pale. The judge denied their request and granted me temporary legal emancipation.